There's no intro here, let's just get into it. So this is book 4 in my quest to find a good book published by Black Mask. I decided to go a little random here and pick Space Riders, Galaxy of Brutality. The covers, meh. It's an obvious send-up to old pulp comics. I'm not digging the art style or the coloring, but it gets the job done. It could be worse. When I looked at the creators on the book, I saw that Fabian Rangel Jr. wrote it, and I'm like, I know that name. That's the guy who wrote Non-Wolf, which I reviewed last month. Non-Wolf was awesome, but it came out in 2017. Space Riders is from 2015, but it's the same writer, so I sat up in my chair. This should be good. Then I read this. Let's peel this baby open and see what we can find. If there's no food, we'll just eat the refugees. I don't give a fuck. Okay, we're only a page in and already with the forced swearing, but it's not that bad. But then we get, if you don't give a fuck, you know I don't. Oh shit! What the fuck? Fabian. What happened, man? Non-Wolf was awesome. Great story, great characters, great art, good dialogue. What happened with Space Riders? Was this before you figured out your groove? Like you're a 20-year-old and you can get a boner but you don't really know how it works? This book reads the way that the art looks, like the sad, sputtering, jismless orgasm you get from your hairless boner. Let's just see what Black Mask has to say about the 4-issue miniseries. From the galactic core to the outer quadrants, one name strikes terror in the heart of evil beings everywhere. The Space Riders. Sailing the cosmos in the skull ship Santa Muerte, Capitan Peligro and his fearless crew deal harsh justice to the scum of the galaxy while searching for the hidden truths of the universe. That sounds like a really cool idea. What we get is this. Looks like it was colored with Sharpies and highlighters. All the art was drawn and colored by Alexis Ziric. I really don't like this kind of art style. It's just not good, and I know why. This kind of pop art style works well when the artist has time to play with it and finesse it. The cover is a good example of that. But when you draw a comic, every page can't look like the cover, so you simplify the art style. Usually that's not a problem, but when your art style is already teetering on controlled ugly, taking anything away makes it look like Leslie Jones and Jermaine Dupri had a love child. And the coloring choices don't help. I kept getting lost on the page because the colors are so bright and random. They don't guide your eye, they're just there in all their construction paper vibrance. I mean, why would you color a splash page hot pink? And the whole page, except for the eyepieces, the whole page, all the detail gets completely lost because everything is Pride Parade pink. Here's another example. This time, Alexis messed with the levels in Photoshop and washed out the colors. It makes it look weird because the next page is so vibrant. And let's talk about that page. Worst transformation ever. If you're gonna do a Voltron robot, damn it, show the steps. Don't just have them go all googly-eyed. They're transforming, not trying to decipher this messy artwork. And that's being really nice. This style looks like someone peaked when they were 10 and just kept drawing. Is this literally the best you can do? Because if it is, you shouldn't be drawing comics. Let's just look at this panel. What happened, Alexis? You can tell me. What happened with the gunshot? It's like you spooged on a page and traced it. Badly. And then there's a poorly drawn hand-drawn sound effects. You didn't want to shell out some money for the Blambot sound effects fonts? Was free too much for you? Cause they're giving them away. And that's just the first panel. Let's roll on down to panel 2. Again with the booger-stained gunshot blast. Even worse than before. So bad you gave up writing the sound effect. Look at it. Totally quit. And then where is he shooting? He's shooting the villain in front of him, but the gun is cockeyed to the left. Do you not know how to draw in one-point perspective? Literally put a dot where you want the gun to point and draw the fucking lines. No, instead you draw the gun in profile so it is actually aiming off the page. Now here's the kicker. Everything else is in perspective. It's just the gun that's off. Then there's panel 3. Dude gets a spooge blast in the eye and of course he screams, "Fuck you, cause it burns when you get man juices in the eye." or so I've heard. Panel 4. We got a gun tube that looks like it's coming out of the Capitan's colon. It looks like the Capitan's standing on a puckered rosebud, and then Alexis just gave up with the villain. This page is really as good as the art ever gets, but I'm way more disappointed in Fabian because I don't know what the fuck this story is about. It starts off with the space pirates called Vikers trying to hijack a refugee ship. The Vikers get beaten by the giant skull ship with the uneven jaw because Alexis doesn't own a ruler, mirror, lightbox, or know how to turn the page upside down to check the fucking art. Then we get a flashback scene from months before where Capitan Pellegro beats up a guy for info but gets stopped by a Jedi baboon named Mono. Mono says that Capitan and his crew have been looking for Satanus or Saint Anus and evidence of the great evil. Cap gets pissy about the reality check and tells Mono to take a swing if he dares. Well, he dared. And then you do get this nice line. I guess that would have hurt if I let it. So Mono goes back to his room, opens his third baboon eye, no, not that one, and then gets his vague message from this conehead elephant about going alone to the tomb of the fallen god or all will be lost. He ditches the crew, who somehow don't see him when he's 10 feet from them. This is halfway through the book now. Do you know what's going on? 'Cause I don't. Then it comes back to the present, where the Vikers form their lame version of Voltron that's so powerful Capitan's sidearm can take it out. Now, go ahead and look at this page. Go on. Go on. The word that just popped into your head is actually what coño means. It's only used that way in Spain. Everywhere else it usually means damn or hell or fuck. But it technically means exactly what you think it means. Somebody call Ozymandias. We found his giant space vagina, and it's got one hell of a yeast infection. I mean, it's fuming. It's literally fuming. I got a lot of female viewers. Ladies, if your hoo-ha does this, there's something very wrong. I don't know what you need to put in there. Vagisil, rock salt, a gallon of Febreze. But seriously, if this happens, see your doctor. Whatever he gives you, none of the side effects could be worse than your vajayjay turning into a red lobster vomit bag. And then the lady has the nerve to say, it's a tormenta cosmica. More like cosmic cunt. So Leslie Jones Chocha kills the Capitan because he boldly went where no man has gone before. The baboon dude gets a magic cloak that's supposed to tell him everything, but only tells him that he'll be the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Anor. Then Capitan almost gets raped by 2 limbo women with star snatches until Gamora, cosplaying as Red Sonja, cosplaying as Green Lantern, saves him. That's it. That's the book. Jesus Christ, just what did I read? I know it's a first issue, but it makes no sense. I don't know anything about the characters, I don't have any idea what's going on, and I don't want to read the second issue. What happened, Fabian? Non-Wolf was so good. Did Eric Powell ghostwrite that for you? 'Cause Space Riders has none of the flair and snappy charm like Non-Wolf. What happened here? It's like no one edited this book. That's 4 books. 4 books, and they're all just scatterbrained. Just whatever random thought pops into someone's head, they pitch it to Black Mask, and then Black Mask publishes it. Oh, I'm not riffing. Max Visaggio admitted this in an interview. Go watch Nurkish's video about Mag's other violent mental diarrhea comic Quantum Kings Are a Go. It starts with Mags being interviewed by a sunburned It's Pat. Then Mags totally admits that Marvel and DC have these things called editors who try to exercise quality control. Well, DC does. But Black Mask will let Mags do whatever Mags wants as long as Mags meets the deadlines. So there's no fucking editing. No one reads the scripts, no one checks anything. This is so retarded. I almost want to submit something to Black Mask, but I'm afraid they'd turn it down because it'd have a coherent plot. Wouldn't that be a thing? Oh, we read your script and you seem like a good writer, but we could actually follow the story and you had this stuff, what's it called? Just, hold on, don't help me out, let me look it up. Just character development. Yeah, I think we're gonna pass. Jesus. Little baby still suckling on the teeth. Jesus. I'm stumped. I'm actually stumped. What do you say? 4 books. 4 books. They're all shit. Just don't read this book. Just don't read this book. I'm done. My give up. Just my God. Oh my God. Just, I'm done. Whatever.